Cold cases, solving digital footprint mysteries. What if the killer you've never heard of is hiding in plain sight, inside a photo you scrolled past 5 years ago? What if a single like, a midnight Google search, or a geotagged selfie is the missing evidence that cracks a case detectives abandoned a decade ago? Tonight, we dive into the silent witness that never forgets, the digital footprint, and how cold cases are being resurrected, timeline by timeline, metadata by metadata, until the truth has nowhere left to hide. Stick around, because at the end, you'll analyze a real mini-case and decide, is this an accident or a staged alibi? Comment your verdict when we get there. The new crime scene. The modern crime scene doesn't end at the tape. It extends into servers, timelines, cloud backups, and forgotten accounts. Where every click, search, and swipe leaves, residue investigators can reconstruct like digital DNA. Investigators sweep phones and laptops for browser histories, deleted messages, Wi-Fi connections, health data, and app logs, then cross-reference it with social posts, public records, and archived pages to map where someone was, who they talked to, and what they planned. The result is a living timeline, time-stamped, geotagged, and often self-incriminating, that can revive a case long after physical evidence has gone cold. How they hunt. OSINT to forensics. Step 1 is OSINT, open source intelligence, pulling from public sources, social profiles, forum threads, property records, cached pages, even old event RSVPs and tagged photos from friends of friends. From there, SOCMINT focuses on social media signals, who follows whom, comment patterns, shared locations, and group memberships that expose networks and routines. Then the hard forensics hit, imaging devices without altering data, carving deleted files, extracting EXIF metadata, correlating IPs, and reconstructing app activity to millisecond precision. It's patient, surgical, and absolutely devastating to flimsy alibis. The timeline that talked in one revived homicide, digital breadcrumbs rebuilt motive and movement, recovered emails and texts revealed escalating conflict, location histories mapped suspects' paths, and metadata from seemingly harmless photos narrowed the window of death. When investigators overlaid cell pings with GPS from a companion app, the suspect's alibi collapsed. He wasn't home. He was exactly where the victim's body was later found. The case demonstrates how data points, once scattered and meaningless, become lethal when synchronized into a single narrative of intent, opportunity, and presence. Would you have checked the victim's archived social tags for hidden locations? Drop a yes if you would. No, if that surprised you. The search history betrayal. In another high-profile investigation, a recovered browser history, partly deleted, revealed searches eerily aligned with the crime. Routes, disposal methods, and substances researched days before the victim vanished. Combined with email traces and device artifacts, those queries established premeditation and helped a jury see the story the suspect didn't intend to tell. Remember, deletion isn't destruction. On many systems, it's a breadcrumb with a timestamp and a signature. If you've ever assumed delete means gone, think again, and let that sink in before you post your verdict later. The toolkit. What makes cold cases melt? OSINT sweeps. Names, handles, aliases, leaked credential reuse, and cross-platform pivots to link identities and habits. Social media preservation. Legally defensible captures of posts, comments, and threads with original timestamps and media hashes. Device forensics. Full disk images, app usage logs, chat databases, health and fitness data, and Bluetooth Wi-Fi connection histories. Metadata and network analysis, EXIF location, time, IP correlations, contact graphs, and link analysis to reveal hidden relationships and sequences. Together, these transform no leads into a navigable map, one that often points to the person who thought the internet would forget. Countermeasures and ethics. Of course, criminals adapt. Anti-forensics like secure wiping, steganography, log tampering, and burner devices try to sever the trail. But those gaps can be just as incriminating. Why does a phone go dark precisely during the critical hour? Investigators must balance speed with legality, preserving evidentiary integrity under privacy laws and chain of custody standards, so airtight that defense claims collapse on contact. The best cases aren't about one smoking gun, but a lattice of verified signals that make alternative explanations mathematically absurd. Interactive mini-case. Your verdict. Here's your cold case puzzle. A victim is found near a riverside trail. The prime person of interest claims to be home streaming a show. Investigators find the suspect's smartwatch recorded a brisk 28-minute outdoor walk at 11:37 p.m. Step cadence spikes match uphill terrain. A friend's Instagram story, auto-archived, shows the suspect's dog at the same trail around 11:50 p.m. EXIF places it 200 meters from the scene. Router logs show the suspect's TV app was indeed playing, but the handset remote sent no inputs for an hour, and the phone disconnected from home Wi-Fi at 11:32 p.m. A deleted map search recovered from the phone. Nearest boat launch at 10:59 p.m. and how late is park gate open? Question: accident or staged alibi? Comment: A for accident, S for staged, and tell which clue convinced you. The best breakdown gets pinned. Why this matters. Every post, ping, and pixel is a witness, and in the hands of disciplined investigators, that witness revives voices long silenced and delivers answers families thought they'd never hear. If you want more cold cases decoded through digital footprints and more interactive breakdowns you can solve with the community, hit like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who swears delete means gone. Which technique should we deep dive next? EXIF traps, app usage timelines, or OSINT pivots from aliases? Vote below.